Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun, and it's time for Caught in the Act, Unfaithful. Let's get into it. This is Andrew. Andrew is 20 years old. He works at Ralph Grocery Stores. He is an aspiring lifeguard. He is currently living with his parents, as he should because he's 20 years old, right? So he is working hard because he has a girlfriend, Nikki. She is 28. He wants to start a family, but right now, not able to because he doesn't have the money. This is his girlfriend Nikki, and she is doing like this yoga exercise thing that he is not a part of, and he has reason to believe that maybe she's cheating. Not so much with the yoga dude, but she's cheating with someone because she doesn't answer his calls and she's just acting real funny these days. So he wants Tammy to help him. So let's go. This is day one surveillance. Nikki comes out of her apartment. She goes to a restaurant. She picks up food. She goes back home. Nothing to see there. So they follow her to a studio on day two, and this is her doing her yoga situation in the studio. And she continues to follow Nikki, and this is Nikki and her yoga instructor, and they are on their way for a little date after exercise. So the investigator snaps a picture of Nikki. She is kissing him. They're touching. She's touching his leg. And clearly, this is a little bit more than an instructor instructing someone to do yoga. Okay, let's keep going. So on the third night, this unidentified yoga instructor comes to Nikki's apartment. He knows the code. He picks her up, and they go on a date. They went to the skate park, and they're kissing and hugging and having a really good time, and then they leave. So as they are pulling out of the parking space, they drive down to the end of the skate park. They get out of the front seats and they get into the back seats. Child, they in the back seat, banging it out. Andrew is not gonna like this. Let's keep going. So Andrew has made it to the headquarters. Tammy is telling him that Ken is there to help him process any emotions of anything that he's going to see. And he's ready to get started. So they show her going to get food. Nothing there. Tammy says she just went and got food and went home. So he had a little sigh of relief, but he still was a little apprehensive. So then Tammy pulls up this particular situation in the yoga studio. The hugging and the kissing before they leave. This is his first reaction, right? He is devastated. He can't believe it. And he's just like, just keep going. As Tammy is talking to him, he is moving himself inside of his shirt. Devastation is setting in at this moment. Then they show her this when they left this yoga studio and they went out to eat and were kissing and everything. He heard her when he called her and she hung with the phone and she said, "Oh my God, that's Andrew." So he continues to listen to the conversation about having a baby. Andrew wanted to have a baby. And this is what she said. He's not ready for that even in a million years. This was his reaction. He began to beat his head with the Kleenex box over and over and over again. And then he started beating the table. So Ken's face, the person who's supposed to help him through these emotions, is priceless. Child, when they showed them leaving the skate park, and P.S., the skateboard that she was skating with, he bought it. Andrew bought the skateboard. Skateboards are not cheap. But when he saw them getting out of the front of the car, getting into the back of the car, and seeing her hands brace for Bang Nation, he was devastated. At this moment, I think he threw the Kleenex box. He got up. Ken got up, ran behind him. He went into the kitchen area. And this is one position. And then this was position number 2 because he started throwing everything around the kitchen. Let's keep going. So, child, when we get back from the commercial break, Andrew has thrown the chairs on the floor. Anything that's on the counter, he has thrown onto the floor. So they're telling him that they want him to go through all of his emotions. And Tammy is sitting here pleading with him, go through your emotions, just please don't tear up my place. Andrew is 20 years old working at Ralph's grocery store for minimum wage. He has a 28-year-old girlfriend that he loves and wants to marry. And funding her with her rent and buying her skateboards, he is devastated. He said he probably works harder than the guy that she's with. He works 10 to 12-hour shifts. And Kim's like, why do you do that? He said, because I want to have kids. Like, the Bang Nation in the backseat is just too much for him. Like, he wants it to be over. I can't wait to see what he decides to do. The thing is this. Nikki wants to have kids, right? She's on the timeline because she is a certain ethnicity that she feels like she needs a baby by 25, definitely before 30, and she's currently 28. And he's not ready because financially he can't handle a baby. He's still living at home. This child is devastated. So he's decided to do the takedown. He said he wants to do this before he talks to his family and friends, and it's over for them. So let's see how this goes. So, child, they done picked Andrew up after work. He still got his red Ralph's apron on, right? They found them in the studio, so they're about to go to the studio to confront them. And he wants to know, how long has this been going on? And Ken was like, do you want to know if she still loves you? He was like, oh yeah, maybe that too. So as he's sitting in the truck, Tammy has somebody in there with a camera, and this is what he sees. And he's like, is this live? He was like, they're in there gyrating and everything. Bouncing child. So he has got in there, and he's asking WTF. This is what my money is going towards, Nikki. This is what you're doing. The first thing they say is, what is going on with all these cameras? I think that's the last thing you need to be worried about. So Nikki is standing here utterly devastated because she realizes she has gotten caught doing something she said she was not doing. So this is Peter. This is the older guy that Nikki has been messing around with. And when Andrew asked how long had they been messing around, Peter said a year. Oh my gosh. This is Andrew's reaction to Peter saying they had been messing around for a year. Like, it was a lot of beeping going on and a lot of people had to hold him back. This baby right here is hot. So Tammy's explaining to Nikki that she's been under surveillance. And Nikki is like, I don't know why you would do that. She said, because he thought you were cheating, and you were. And then Peter chimes in and says they've been together for a year. She came to him because Andrew could not take care of her. He's not a man. Andrew is sitting over in the corner, child. So Andrew finally gets up from the corner. He comes over and he tells Nikki that he worked so hard for the family that he thought that they wanted to have. And he said, you cheat on me with this yoga dude, this loser? Child, Peter said, but I got the money to take care of her. You better stop asking these questions and making these statements when you don't want these responses. Child, so she has a secret from Andrew. She has gone to the doctor and found out that her fertility is going to be 10% less by the time she gets 30. And the reason she was with Peter is because he gave her time and attention, and she thought that's what she needed to start a family. Because she said Andrew is not able to take care of her. He works at the grocery store and he lives with his parents. She didn't want to break up with him. She loves him, but she want to have a baby. So Ken calls Andrew over to listen to what Peter has to say. And he said he loves everything about Nikki, right? She says that Andrew is not there for her. He's not treating her right. They started off as friends, a little kissing going on. They've been banging about a year. So he's there for Nikki. Now, Tammy is trying to explain to her that what she's doing is cushioning. Like holding on to one to see which one works out the best, right? This girl wants to have a baby. It don't matter what Tammy says. She feels like her fertility is going to be down by the time she gets to 30. And she said Peter was ready. This girl is ready. And she wants to have a baby with somebody that can help her. That's it. Child, cue Prince and darling Nikki, because he's like, make a decision. Do you want me or do you want him? She want a baby. Then she said she need a hug right now. She went up there to him. He said, no, not right now. Go away. Child, Peter said he is prepared to propose tonight and start having a baby tonight. She was confused and did not know what was going on. Then Tammy asked her who does she want to be with. She said Andrew. Andrew said, I'm done. It's over. I'm out. Let's go. This is her running after Andrew. Now she's devastated Andrew's gone. Peter is devastated that she is still wanting to be with Andrew. He don't know what to do. After everything, he's done with Nikki. And Nikki still is somewhere trying to have a baby. Bye, y'all.